So, willkommen zum zweiten Teil vom Noelle Dating Simulator, whatever. Diesmal machen wir eine Pause und gehen nicht zum Dingenskollegen, wie heißt zum Hafen. Denn da drin liegt der Unterschied. Na, schauen wir mal, was da dann so abgeht. Schauen wir beim 3 Rausch vorbei und setzen dann unsere Erkundung fort. Jo, das machen wir.
If we plan to explore further, let's take a short break first.
I could get used to this.
Oh, you must be from Mondstadt. Looking at your outfit, you don't seem to be an ordinary civilian. In which case, surely...
Es geht wieder los.
You must be an illustrious knight of Favonius.
Sei doch.
Directness. My name is Iron Tongue Tien. I was hoping that you could help me out.
Oh, hold on. I'm really sorry. I am not yet an official knight, but just a maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Maid? Of the knights? A maid knight? Oh, now that is genuinely intriguing. Miss, if you're willing to help me out, I have every confidence that you will provide me with infinitely more source material than any other knight could.
Material?
As you can see, I have been a local storyteller here for a long time, and, well, my audience is starting to tire of hearing the same old stories over and over again. When I saw this young lady show up just now, I was quite awestruck by her, so much so that I was suddenly inspired by the idea of writing a new book, A Knight's Journey Through Legende. However, inspiration is just the start. I still need some material to work with. Even the most ingenious storytellers don't just come up with stories out of thin air. I do occasionally hear anecdotes about the Knights of Favonius doing the rounds here in Liyue. But they're mostly unreliable rumors, with everyone telling a different story. Far better to find an actual knight and see for myself.
But I am still not a knight yet.
Ah, don't worry about all that. As the saying goes, the story should be inspired by life, but larger than life. As the storyteller, I can change a detail or two here and add some dramatic effect there, you know.
Honorary knight, I'm a little conflicted. What should I do?
Der Hund läuft halt in der Luft. Nice.
It would be dishonest for me to pretend to be a real knight.
Das ist nicht unehrlich. Mit deiner Hilfe fällt ihm vielleicht eine Geschichte ein. Richtig, du bist nur eine Vorlage.
You understand me. Miss, rest assured that I will not put you in a difficult spot. All I'm asking you to do is to come with me to the countryside and show me some of your blade work. Let me see something new. I'll fill in all the other details, all within reason, of course.
Well, okay then. If it's just providing some initial source material.
Wobei im Rahmen bleiben natürlich auch mal so eine Ansichtssache ist, ne? So. Ich wünsche, man könnte immer den Nachtladebildschirm haben. Es ist viel besser, wenn es dunkel ist. Hier gibt's auch schicke Kristalle. Muss mir dann nochmal gönnen.
But it seems our timing is off. The hilly churls are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, if the hilly churls are not around, does that mean you can't get any source material?
Not necessarily. Look at all the things they left here. Miss, why don't you use your great sword to clean the place up?
Cleaning up? Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. But the villagers could return at any moment. Mr. Tian, please find a safe location from which to observe.
Okay. The knight's meticulous mind attended to each and every detail of her duty with the utmost care and attention. This is good. I can work with this very knightly.
Oh, you're taking notes already?
Es wäre ein Fehler zu denken, dass er sich nicht permanent Notizen macht.
I guess I do this kind of thing all the time.
So, dann sammeln wir mal Erz. Das passt mir eigentlich sehr gut, dass du gerade hier bist. In dem Team da gerade ist nämlich kein Großschwert-Kollege. Das wäre alles würde ein bisschen länger dauern. So, und die ist auch nicht dabei. Aber allgemein mag ich das Team. Wie gesagt, darüber werde ich zu einem späteren Zeitpunkt, denke ich mal, noch ein Video machen. Aber ich kann schon mal sagen, gefällt mir soweit. Mehr Stuff einsammeln. Ich schätze mal, ich soll die eigentlich die Dinger von dem Lager kaputt machen, so wie immer in der Mission. Wie heißt es nochmal? Ist das warum mit Steinen werfen oder... Ne, gefährliche Kletteraktion. Ich verstehe nie, warum das gefährliche Kletteraktion heißt, wenn man hier ja nicht mal draufklettern kann, sondern man einfach nur den hier macht, bis das kaputt ist. Ach man, die macht hier gar keinen Schaden. Das dauert ja viel zu lange. Danke. Spin to Win ist halt einfach der beste Move, was soll ich sagen. So, jetzt habe ich aber alles, oder? Nee, ich soll die hier auch noch kaputt machen. Na gut. Wird erledigt. Und dann habe ich, glaube ich, jetzt dann aber alles, oder? Fehlt hier sonst noch was? Das hier noch, oder was? Ansonsten habe ich jetzt noch alles, oder soll ich hier noch die Kisten kaputt machen? Na, natürlich. Kisten. Kisten confirmed OP. Oh, nice. Oh, das ist befriedigend. Das war sehr, sehr befriedigend.
Sensational. I will call that one the impregnable shield of chivalry. Yes, it's coming to me now. With the prescience of a prophet, the knight foresaw the precise moment of the hilly churl's return, and promptly warned the commoners to take cover.
Bleibt im Rahmen.
She stood alone as she drew her sword and strode forward to.
Was soll ich sagen? Das ist quasi die Definition vom Rahmen.
This is all great material. It's just a pity that the only enemies are these hilly churls. It needs a little more oomph. I've got it. Would the two of you be able to give me some kind of mementos?
Mementos?
That's right, mementos. Though the story is a work of fiction, the more real it feels, the more engaging it will
Ein Stück
be.
Stoff.
Some sort of battle trophy to display before the audience? Would really seal the deal.
Okay, so something like a hilly
Der will safe was von dir.
If it's all the same to you, I was thinking more along the lines of, well, maybe a component from that ruin god.
Das hat er also mit Drama gemeint.
Yes, you've got it. You really understand where from. I've heard that there's a very common component in ruin guards called the, chaos device? Should my new ideas before I forget them. Just hand the chaos device
Ja,
to me once
sicherlich.
you've managed to obtain
Ein
it.
Chaosapparat ist auch kein Problem. Oh, ich kann die direkt bringen? Angenehm. Das spart natürlich Zeit.
Oh, such mighty power, so battered and bruised. I just need to embellish it a little further and this will be perfect.
Embellish it? Even further?
Das Spiel sieht schon ziemlich gut aus.
Well, as long as I have been able to help you with your creative process.
Of course you have. Okay, I know
Falls
where
man
I'm
sich
going with this
Texturen
story
nicht
now.
genau
I need to get
nicht zu
back
genau
and start
anschauen.
writing.
Versteht
And if the
sich.
two of you have any free time later, stop by Third Round Knockout and you can hear me tell my new
Was will sein
story.
Zeug? Und soll 3D sein,
Oh,
ist aber nicht 3D.
I wonder how Mr. Tien's story will turn out in the end. For some reason,
Aber
I
hey,
have a bad
ist immerhin
feeling
den
about
Vorteil,
it.
man kann das auf einer
Why don't we go back to
Kartoffel
Lioa
spielen.
Harbor and listen for ourselves?
Und das ist, denke ich, doch mal schon was wert. Spiel kann man echt auf allem spielen. Ich meine, es ist auch locked auf 60 FPS, teilweise sogar 30. Das heißt, super viel FPS bringt dem auch nichts. Das war angenehm.
With a roar like thunder, iron clashed with iron. Then 4 gigantic fists came pounding into the ground with a force
So
beyond
gigantisch
what
war
could be
irgendwie.
put into words. So colossal was their weight, and so earth-shattering their impact. Such unthinkable power could easily cleave a stone peak right off the top of a mountain. Any ordinary human would either be torn to pieces in an instant, or at the very least, suffer indescribable injuries. But not so the knight from beyond the border. She did not flinch in the face of the flying iron fists, but sank instead into a low, fighting stance. And with one swift sweep of her sword, the clash of metal erupted once more as dust billowed all around. Moments later, there was a deep and dull thud as the dust dispersed to reveal 2 pairs of iron claws lying lifeless on the ground. Such is the awesome power of the impregnable shield of chivalry, an esoteric martial
Ja,
technique
interessant, ein Schild zum
practiced
Angriff zu benutzen.
exclusively by the Knights of Mondstadt. The knight barely had time to catch her breath before a dark shadow leaped up before her into the sky, blotting out the sun and turning day
Aber die Jäger
into
sind hart
night.
nervig.
It was a ruin hunter. But she was no ordinary knight, and in her heart she declared, "I have nothing to fear." With an almighty battle cry, she unleashed the indomitable sword of Favonius. Beams of golden light shone out in
Kann schon
all
gut erzählen, der
directions.
Typ.
A gust of wind raced through the battlefield.
Ist auch besser
Sparks
so als
flew
mein Job.
and debris fell.
One knight against 2 ruin guards and a ruin hunter? Surely that must be an exaggeration.
I suppose these stories are supposed to be taken with a grain of salt.
Is this about me? What is he talking about? Oh no, this won't do. I must ask him to rewrite the story.
Ah, Mann. Warum? Oh, guck mal, der Boot geht hinten wieder, genau. Dieselbe Strecke in der Halbluft lang. Nice. Schon gut, das Publikum nimmt sie ja nicht so ernst. Richtig so, Noelle, chill mal.
Hard to believe? Then feast your eyes on this. This is solid proof of the Maid Knight's journey to Liyue. A fragment of a ruin god's armor, cut from its carcass by a blow of her blade in the midst of her death-defying battle.
That is part of a ruin guard. A friend of a relative in the Millith told me about these. Whoa.
Oh, it's real, all right. Look at the cuts on it. Fresh from the battlefield.
I must explain to Mr. Tien. Honesty, modesty. These are the virtues cherished by
Ja,
the
deswegen
knights.
sagst du das ja auch nicht.
Will you look at that? That girl over there looks uncannily similar to the knight from the story.
Oh, I'd say more than just similar. She's the spitting image. Oh, should we get an autograph? Oh, it's definitely her.
Oh,
The
das Ende
legendary
gefällt
Maid
mir.
Knight.
Großartig.
Huh?
Leute, verschwinden wir hier.
Oh, okay.
And so, the knight went west from Stonegate with her sword in hand and scaled the mountains of a vast new land. A legend from the moment she set foot in Liyue. Tales of the adventures of the Maid Knight would be talked about for hundreds of generations. Stay tuned for the next chapter.
Das Ende fand ich ja viel besser als das erste. Fand ich echt großartig. Wunderbar war das. Das war echt beautiful. So habe ich das gerne. Gut, das war's dann auch schon wieder mit der Folge. Die Sachen haben jetzt deutlich angenehmere Länge, denke ich, als die fast 2 Stunden, die das letzte geworden wäre, hätte ich nicht vergessen, auf Play zu drücken. Von daher würde ich dann sagen, das war's noch wieder für heute und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal. Bis